Alrighty then, good morning everyone. It is Monday morning, it's Bank Holiday Monday, and we're back in for our class. We've got our live team assembled and ready to go, and we've got a good one for you this morning. So I feel like we're back in at the start of a new block, and we're going to continue with our Run Fit theme, although possibly more like a Move Fit, but I can't quite say that quite as well. Move Fit. So run fit. So these are the movements and the stretches and the mobility exercises that are going to strengthen your running form, but just strengthen your function, whether you're a runner or not. So we're starting out with a series of mobility practices, and then we're going into the real exercise that'll make a difference for your running. So with that in mind, we're going to start with some mobility. So get yourself ready, find some space, and we're just going to check in on our standing posture. So standing tall, feet flat on the floor, and just breathe. Okay, as you breathe, I'll just let the last people into the live class. So just coming in now. All right, so we're standing tall, feet grounded on the floor. Feel like you can activate the toes already, just lifting up the toes and then perhaps scrunching them up. Feel like you can splay out the toes. Feel the floor underneath you, even if you're wearing shoes this morning. Feel like you can even roll the feet from side to side a little bit. And then re-find a grounded position on the floor. Toes stretched out. Legs lengthened. You don't need to harshly extend or lock out the legs, but just naturally lengthened. Pelvis level, and feel like you can tilt the pelvis one way or another. You can tilt it forwards, you can tilt it back. There may not be a lot of movement in that pelvis, but find that you have that little bit of mobility. Tilt forwards or tilt back, and feel the tendency that you might have to allow that pelvis to tilt a little bit forwards, or maybe tilt it back and lean back a little, but bring it back to the level, the pelvis level, and then the spine lengthens through its natural curvature. Shoulders gently back and down, but again, feel how you can shrug the shoulders forwards and up. You can bring the shoulders back and then settle them down. And again, you can shrug them forwards and up towards the ears, but now settle them back and gently down. Chest lifted and standing tall through a long neck, head high. Good. Bring the arms out to the side now. Stretch out to the side. And aware of how the shoulders are still settled down the back, arms lengthened. You can turn the palms facing up, or you can turn them facing down. Re-lengthen those arms. Again, feel the shoulders settle down the back. As we do some rotations later on, just notice how as you extend the arms here, the shoulder and the chest is open, as opposed to rounded forwards like this. So shoulders open, chest open. On your next inhale, can we stretch up to the ceiling? So inhale, stretch up. Exhale, arms back to horizontal. And once more, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, down to horizontal. We'll do that again, but as we inhale up, and then exhale down, let's fold forwards and stretch fingertips down, all the way down towards the floor, all the way down towards the toes, and just hold it there for a few breaths. So we folded forwards from the waist. And now as you breathe, breathing into any areas of tightness through the length of the back or through the back of the legs, and releasing that tightness as you exhale. So as you hold this stretch, you might find that you're touching down on the floor already, or it might be that you've got your hands supported on your shins. Perhaps that's a more comfortable position. Breathing into any tightness and releasing it as you exhale. Okay, and now wherever your hands were before, can you place them onto the shins and now lengthen that back, straighten that back out and breathe. So feel that length to the spine that you have now. So you've now flattened that back. Feel how the shoulder blades are still settled down. So pushing away from the tailbone through the length of the spine, right through to the top of the head. And perhaps here you could take a breath in, and then on the exhale, fold it down again, stretch down towards the floor. Re-lengthen the legs. Okay, so let's do that again. On the in breath, go back to that flat back position. And then exhale down towards the floor. Can we do that again? Inhale to flat back. Exhale down to the floor. And then we'll inhale and bring it all the way up. Stretching up high. And then exhaling, circling the arms around. Okay, good. Shrug out those shoulders, march out those legs. Good. Okay, place it back down again. So feet flat down on the floor. All right, let's do that again, but we'll transition into a lunge. So inhale, stretch up. So inhale up. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Fingertips down to the floor. Inhale up to flat back. And then this time, as you exhale, bring the hands down on the floor, and we're going to step the right leg back. So right leg back into a lunge, and just find that position and breathe normally. So I've got that knee off the floor, but if you like, you can pop that knee down on the floor already, whichever feels comfortable for you. So the hands are kind of framing that left foot, which is forwards, and the right foot has stepped back. And I want you to bring that stretch through that back leg. So lengthen that back leg, or if you've got the knee on the floor, that's fine. You can just allow that stance to lengthen. Shoulder blades settle down into that lunge position. Good. So we've got left foot forwards, right foot back. And breathe. Okay. From there, I'm going to place that back knee down on the floor. Right hand goes flat on the floor. Left hand reaches up. And here's that rotation. So I'm reaching up high with that left hand, keeping that shoulder and chest open. So there's no rounding forwards of the shoulder. You're open through that shoulder. You've got that rotational stretch up high. Good. Okay, and then bring that hand back down, place it on the outside of the left foot. And now lift up that right arm, but bring that right arm out to the horizontal. So come around so you can see. So that right arm is now lifted up, but it's just gone out to the horizontal. Good. And can you paint wide circles with that arm? So circles out to the side. Think about that shoulder, keeping the shoulder and the chest open. There. What sort of range of movement can you manage? So arm circles out to the side. Good. And then place that hand back down onto the floor. Refine your alignment. Make sure that back foot is just tucked under. There. Okay, you can place hands on the knee to lift up. Bring the back up straight, almost into that hip flexor stretch position, but then reach the arms up high towards the ceiling. There, good. Hopefully you got your knee on something a little bit softer than I have. Got the hard floor of a sunroom here. Okay, so if you do need to grab a cushion, you can do. So reaching up high. Good. Breathing into that. Good, and circle around. Hands on the floor. Can we lift this up now into a lunge position? So we're going to lift up, lift that back knee up, and then just shuffle the legs around into that lunge position. Refine your balance again onto the ball of that back foot and making sure we've not rolled that back foot over. Pelvis level, back up straight, and go back into that stretch, reaching up high. Nice deep breaths. Good. And that front knee is just gently softened. Back knee is softened as well. In that long lunge position. Good. Okay, we're going to take the back foot and just allow it to roll over to the side. Flatten the foot on the floor. Flatten the foot on the floor. Try to keep the hips facing forwards for the moment. But now, as we bring the arms down, we allow the hips to come out to the side. So the hips are now side facing. Lengthen the arms. Bend that left knee. And hold. So arms lengthened right through to the fingertips. What was that little tongue twister there? Flatten that foot on the floor. Okay. All right. So both feet flat on the floor. Left leg bends. Arms long. Shoulder blades settle down. Good. Okay. And then re-straighten that left leg up to here. Let's bring those feet in and refine that stance that we were in a moment ago. Feet parallel, arms wide. We're going to lift up high. And then exhale down towards the floor. Stretch down to that forward fold you did a moment ago with the feet together, and you've just got the feet wide now, that's all. Stretch down to the floor, take a few breaths there. Exhale away any tension that you can feel through the legs. And from there, walk the feet in. And restack yourself back up tall, stretch up high, and circle around. Okay, shrug out those shoulders, march it out. All right, how's that mobility feeling this morning? How's that flexibility feeling this morning? That was one side. Let's do the same thing on the other. So we're going to refine that lunge position. So it's going to be left leg going back in a moment. So stand tall. Are you ready? Inhale up. Exhale down, all the way down to the floor, fingertips down on the floor. Hands on shins, inhale to that flat back position. Exhale down to the floor. Now step back with the left foot. Find that lunge position. Shuffle yourself around if you need to. Hands framing the right foot onto the toes or the ball of the foot on that left foot. Making sure the ankle's not going out to the side yet. Good, so you got that lunge position. Just find that stretch through the hip flexors, through the groin perhaps. Breathe into any tightness, and then you can place that back knee down on the floor. Left hand goes flat on the floor this time. Right arm lifts up into that rotation. Breathe into that rotation. Feel that range of movement you've got through the torso. So through these movements, like I said before, this is that easing out of any restrictions that you have through these movements. Through the rotation, through the torso, through the hips, through the arms even. Okay, take that lifted right hand, place it back down on the floor on the outside of the right foot. Left arm reaches out, but this time just to the horizontal, and we paint those circles to the side. So it's painting circles with that straight arm. Again, keeping the chest open. Having that little bit of rotation as you reach out to the side. Good. And then place that hand back down on the floor. Refine that lunge position. From there, place hands onto the knees, lift up into that hip flexor stretch. Hold that hip flexor stretch just for a moment. Make sure the pelvis is level now, the back is up straight, and then reach up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the arms up. Take a few breaths in that position. Feel that length to the spine. Letting go of tension in that hip flexor. You might find you can gradually drop a little bit deeper into that stretch. Good, and then circle the arms around, place them back down on the floor, and then we're transitioning into that standing lunge. So you can lift that back knee up off the floor and bring your body upright and refine that lunge position. Softening that front knee on the ball of the foot on that back foot, making sure that the ankle hasn't rolled over, and again into that stretch, reaching up high. Good. Shoulder blades settle down, even in this lifted position. Pelvis level, spine in neutral. So we're not overarching that lower back. Good. Okay, so at the minute you're on the ball of the foot on that back foot, we're going to allow that foot to roll over, to flatten on the floor, and then bring the arms to the horizontal. Lengthen through to the fingertips, and bend that front knee. Good. Shoulder blades settle down. Arms long, right through to the fingertips. Breathe. Feel the strength that you have in that stance. Feel the feet grounded on the floor. Good. Okay, and then bring the arms up high. Bring the feet in. So the feet are now parallel. Stretch high. And on your exhale, circle down. Round it down to the floor. Feel that stretch. Good. And then walk the feet in. Shuffle them in, and on your next inhale, bring it all the way up. Stretch high, and circle round. Okay, all right, so that's a fairly thorough, stretchy warm-up. So any areas of resistance or tension, those are the areas that you might want to work into, try and free up those movements and bring you greater strength in those positions. Talking of strength then, let's go into our run fit strength movements. So these are the moves that are going to make a difference. We're going to bring a bit of a burn, particularly into those legs, but with that awareness of how you're holding your whole body. You need one hand weight ready to go on this one. So I'm going to take a medium weight hand weight, if that makes sense. And we're going to start just by standing tall. Team then, are we ready to burn? I'm going to take right foot and step back into that lunge position that you've just been working into. So lunge position, we're going to work on strength now. So front foot flat on the floor, on the ball of the foot on that back foot, pelvis level. Hand in the right hand. Right, I'll try that again. Weight in the right hand, right foot is back. We got it? Right, let's do some static lunges. We're going to go down and then lift up. Down and up. Easy. Keep that going. Notice how the back stays up straight. So you've got this movement in the bag. I know you have. So as you do this, that back knee drops down towards the floor. and then we stand up tall. Yes, down and up, down and up. Hold it high. Restack the shoulders, back up straight. We're going to do 5 reps. Are we ready? We go down, 1, down, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep the feet where they are. We now go down and we go into a shoulder press at the same time. Reach up high, get that full stretch at the top. Back stays in neutral. So we go down and high. We're doing 10. Down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower the arm, bring the foot back in, and just march it out. All right, good. I'm expecting your form to be spot on that one. You know how to do the lunge, you know how to do the shoulder press, putting it all together. So let's go. Other foot. So the left foot steps back now. Back up straight. So find that lunge position. Right foot forwards, flat on the floor. Left foot on the ball of the foot. Are you ready? Let's go down into that static lunge. Back knee drops towards the floor, lift up, down and up. How strict can you be with your form? How aware of this movement can you be? Aware of your posture, what the shoulders are doing, how the spine is in neutral. Up and hold. Right, so first 5 reps, ready to go. We go down and up. So this is just a static lunge. 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5. We're going to add that shoulder press. We go down, stand tall, shoulder press up high, down, 2, down, and we're doing 10, 3, down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring that foot in, lower the weight back down. Nice. I'm going to pop that weight down. We're going to go from lunges into a little squat sequence. Are we ready? Feet parallel, feet about shoulder width apart. Go down into a squat and hold. Okay, I brought the arms forwards just for a little bit of balance. Just hold it there for a moment for me. So squat, a strong squat position. We lengthen the arms forwards. You're going to hold this static squat for a little while. So going down to whatever your range of movement allows and your strength allows, arms lengthened in that position. Check out what the shoulders are doing. Check out the alignment of the spine and feel that work, of course, through the legs. Can we maintain that position, but now bring the arms out wide, so arms out to the side. Go down a little bit lower if you can. Shoulder blades settle down. Feel how you can sort of progressively settle the shoulder blades down. They have that tendency to creep up. Arms forwards again. Again, resettle those shoulders. Good. And once more, arms wide. And then arms forwards. We're going to do some hovers up and down. So I'm going to go slightly up and then all the way down. Up, down. We're doing 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it low. Now we're going to transition from here into that knee drive. So in a moment, you're going to stand up tall and into a balanced knee drive. Right knee's going to drive up first. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall. Knee drive up. Find your balance. Did you get that? Stand tall. Knee drive. Back down into the squat and hold. Hold this for a moment. You could straighten the arms if you like. Left knee's going up. 3, 2, 1. Up. There. Restack those shoulders. Right, you're doing 10 reps here, finding your balance at the top. So we go down for the squat, up for the knee drive. 1, there's your balance. Down. 2, down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to that squat, hold it there. There's your squat, arms lengthened. Arms out to the side. Arms lengthened forwards. And then just let the arms do what they want. Keep down in that squat. From squat, back to a lunge. Oh, arms going sprinter automatically. Back to squat, back to lunge. That's your plunger. 10 reps, squat, lunge. There's 1, squat, 2, squat, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring that all the way up, march out those legs. Youch. Right, find something to lean against into a quick quad stretch. Stretch out those quads that were working hard there. So you should have felt that burn. I should have got those legs working in that simple sequence of movements, plus those lunges. Quick stretch out to the quads there, other side. Nice. Okay. So the moves that are going to make a difference. We're down on the floor next. Couple of exercises here. That's all. We're good for time, aren't we? Yeah, we're good. Right, down on the floor, we're doing a hip flex stretch. So grab a cushion if you need it. So we're going into that classic hip flexor stretch. One knee on the floor and just bringing the body forwards. I want you to take it to that point of stretch. Breathe into it and release. Gently. So it's a slow, gentle stretch in that hip flexor. But when you take that tension that doesn't need to be there and try and release it, refine the length to that hip flexor. Okay. Good. So I'm stretching out the right side here. So if you're doing that, brilliant. But if you've done the left side, that's fine. But when we go into the next exercise, whichever leg you're stretching, that's the one that's going to be moving. So if you're with me and you're stretching out the right leg, you're now going to go into box shape. Take that right leg that you're just stretching, or the left if you're doing that, and lift it up into that leg extension. All right, my least favorite sequence of movements. We're going to bend that knee into a donkey kick position. Engage the abs. So pull the tummy in towards the spine, and from there we do that kick up. That's a small movement, that lift up, trying to bring that work into the glutes with those lengthened hip flexors, allowing that movement. So donkey kick up, lengthen the arms, spine in neutral, abs engaged, squeezing into the glutes. Lift up high and hold. Hold it there in that donkey kick position. That's now your start position. We're doing 10 lifts from there. So lift up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Re-lengthen that leg to the horizontal now. Reset the posture. Check your alignment. We're going to do lift over. So we touch down to one side, lift up and over, touch down on the other side. So as if you're lifting up and over something that's on the floor. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the horizontal. Opposite arm lifts up and extends. Feel that extra work through the core. So you're extended into Superman. Hold, feel that work through the glutes. Hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all back in. Settle the hips back on the heels and stretch your arms out forwards into a quick child's pose. Should have got that work into those glutes. Right, bring it back up, step forwards with the other foot into hip flexor. So if you were with me, left leg, hip flexor stretch, or just switch if you're the other way around, hip flexor stretch here. So we're going to stretch out through the front of that thigh. Using your breathing. Good. Right, these are really effective. You're getting that range of movement through the hip, that freedom of movement. You're strengthening the activation of the glutes whilst maintaining that neutral spine alignment. Good. Last little stretch there. And then take it back into box shape. So whichever leg was being stretched there, extend that out to the horizontal. Shoulders length, shoulders settled down, spine in neutral. There's your start position. Bend at the knee now and into donkey kicks. So donkey kick. Those little kicks up, bringing that squeeze into the glutes. Oh, man, the challenge here though is to stop the spine from overarching. Stop that excessive curvature through the lower back. So really focusing on the abs just as much as the glutes here. Right, lift up high and hold. Check the shoulders. That's now your start position. 10 reps, lifting up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now lengthen the leg out to the horizontal. Recheck your alignment. Lift overs, touch down on one side, lift up and over, touch down on the other. Lifting up and over for 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift up to the horizontal again. Opposite arm lifts out into Superman. Lengthen arm, lengthen legs. Engage the core. Feel the glutes working. Hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all back in. Back down into child's pose. Lengthen the arms. Ooh. Right, that's enough. Child's pose. Bring it over. Roll it over onto the floor. Just going to check how we're doing this time. Okay. Onto the floor. Onto your back. Right, let's bring this work into the abs to finish then. So find that posture. Feet flat on the floor to begin with. Okay, engage the abs as if you're peeling the tailbone up off the floor. Bring the knees up. Head and shoulders lifted. Support the weight of the head. Right, so we did this one last week. I think you know what's coming up. That crisscross leg extension combination. Head and shoulders up high. Take the right leg, extend it to the horizontal. Right elbow to left knee. There's the start of your crisscross movement. So you've extended that right leg. Hold it there for a moment. There's crisscross. Now bring it back in. Right leg extends to the ceiling. Reach up with the left arm. Take it back to the start. Left leg extends. Left elbow, right knee. Hold it for a moment. Bring it back. Left leg extends to the vertical. Reach up, toe touch. Right, those are your movements. Keep it going. Crisscross. Leg extension with the toe touch. Rotating in crisscross. Rotating in toe touch. Coordinate those movements. Okay, can you do that? Anticipate what's coming next. So if you weren't in the classes last week, this is that combination of crisscross and a leg extension with a toe touch. Bringing that burn into the abs. Have we got that? Keep it going. Last few reps. I think I can count and do this at the same time. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Right, roll it over, finish with a plank. Forearms on the floor, legs lengthened, into plank position. Last exercise, hold it there. Good, okay, did you manage to coordinate that last one? Definitely needs some engagement of the brain to get those movements together. In fact, I was told on Saturday night, it's harder coordinating that than it is doing a Highland Scottish. So I think I'd agree with that. Okay, so holding this plank position, everybody in plank position here. So throughout this workout then, you've been hopefully challenged with mobility, your flexibility, and that awareness to coordinate movements and hold postures. And of course, that leg strength in particular, and that burn into the abs. So all of those things that make an effective difference to running form and general full body function. Holding this plank position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it down. Good. You notice I count a lot quicker when we're doing things like donkey kick. All right, you can stretch in your own time. That felt like a good workout. That is Monday morning class done. We've got Wednesday and Friday at the regular time of 9 o'clock. Join those live classes if you can. Excellent. And if you're on bank holiday today, enjoy Bank Holiday Monday, and I'll see you next time in the gym. Okay, team? See you then.